Yes, Titus Pétange fans. Season 12, Episode 1. And this is where we really turn the corner. This is the moment, 12 seasons in, where we really do change things. With one record-breaking transfer. Oh boy, it's a big boy. It's a big one. We are up against young boys of Switzerland in the Champions League Champions Path playoff, and we are absolutely flying through it, winning 7-2 on aggregate in the third round, winning 7-2 on aggregate in the second round. We're at home for the second leg, and we've got a 2-0 aggregate scoreline. It looks like we're going into the group stage for the second time in our history, and that's, just a lot of money, a hell of a lot of money for this football club. Not as much money as what we're going to talk about, though. Oh boy. When was the last time that we had an episode? It would have been the Lazio away game, so the 6th and the 5th is where I need to start things. And I will start things, don't worry about that. The 5th, yeah, there's a few. Okay, all right. Nenad Petrovic is back. I told y'all we're going to get him back. Bloody good player as well. He has improved. Bloody good player. And this is a relatively cheap signing of 1.2 million. Was done last January, I believe. Marcio Costa is a 4.5-star left back coming in from Portugal. Porto, 2.4 million. Jose Barron, a Mexican central midfielder, not doing great in training at the moment, it seems. It's only 800k, so if he turns out to be a dud, that's fine. My apologies, I pressed something that you can just look at the state of this. The big yellow bar of sales. It's lovely. What a great find. We going into July, there was a player coming out of Sporting that was finishing his contract. He was a left-hand side player that could also play up front. I was like, oh, that would be perfect. Left-hand side player also can play up front. It would be a very good utility man to have because we're not great at left-hand side, and I mean we need a bit more backup at striker. He would just fill in quite nicely. Unfortunately, we couldn't get that Sporting Lisbon player. I think he went to AC Milan. Absolutely devastated. But then my goal was to find a left-hand side striker that could potentially also play on the wing. And eventually, my scouts came across Predrag Svetlicic. That's the first time that I've even tried that name. Don't think I did that bad on it. He's all right. He's got 10 crossing. He's pretty pacey. He's obviously strong on his left foot. And I was like, wow, that's it. That's the guy. And relatively cheap. A 5-star on potential. That's an amazing find by our scouts. On the other side, only one out at the end of last season. That's Jose Francisco Martinez going to Atlas Guadalajara. Okay, so ins 24, outs only the 1.9. Cool. That changes. Let's go to this season. A free. These are some great free signings, by the way. A free from Greece, 4.5 stars. Why are you gone down? Sergios Bitsakos. He is an attacking midfielder, probably easy to train into a right winger. Mattia Dodig from Germany, a central midfielder, super driven, 20 determination, great wheel about him. So I think that was a great pickup on a free, to be honest. We are paying a lot of wages for him, though. That's the only trouble. And the 5-star goalkeeper, Jeffrey Diallo, finished his contract with Anderlecht, and we were able to pick him up on a free 3K wages. And then we get to the big boys. Let's go outs. A free going out of the club to Janessa de Esches Fabricio Messias, who didn't really break into the first team. And Ibrahim Sliman has gone for dirt cheap. Bit disappointed in that transfer, but got the wage off the books, I guess. Daniel Simic, who I think is a less impressive player, got a lot more for him, 325k. And then Cameron Wilson, who has only been at the club for about a year, goes and sells to Paris Saint-Germain for 28 million plus 40% of the next sale. This is one of the most incredible transfers I have ever made, because we've only gone into the Champions League one time. So reputation of the league still, floundering a little bit. Cameron Wilson, he's got great potential, and I'm sure he'll turn into a world-class player. But £28 million worth he is not right now. I'm sorry, he is not. We've done a great job. An absolutely tremendous job. £28 million. With the, available money after the 28 million came in, we brought in Runa Grieve, who is an interesting character, let me tell you. He started out as fickle, okay, with 15 determination. Then I got a message about a week ago saying that the squad has had a negative effect on him. I remember he was fickle. Now he's balanced, but his determination dropped all the way down to 5. So that's not good, is it? Hopefully his determination pops up to at least about 10. We can make him a really good player. He's max potential at the moment, but, stuff like that does worry me a little bit. Can definitely do a job for us at left wing this year. And if not him, then the Serbian forward. That's fine. Our weakest position, apart from goalkeeper, I guess, George Burns moved to Sevilla. Our weakest position was through the middle. So we got ourselves one of the highest potential midfielders that we could. Jaroslav Suchan, who is £7.75 million worth of talent. 16 first touch, 10 determination, 16 decisions. Right. Pirino, he's gone back to Australia on loan to Sydney FC. So good luck to him. And Harrison Munoz, who is a great centre-back. Not as good as the centre-backs that we've got around at the moment. He has been sold for a measly £400,000. But what a sale. What a sale. £28 million. I was planning on going to bed. And then that started to kick off. And here I am 2 hours later from recording the last episode. I'm like, what has just happened? It's done wonders to our finances. I don't really need to say much about that. And what will do even more good for the finances is if we go and see off these. I'm going to try and get Runa Grieve in as much as I possibly can. Just so we can try and get that determination back up. Because if his determination gets up to 10, I would have happily transferred some of that determination to change his mentality, his personality. Because fickle ain't a good one. They've got the forward, Pierre, as a central midfield player. That's an interesting call. I'm going to put Suchan on. All right. And then Pierre, he just passed the fitness test. He can come on if we desperately need it up front, but hopefully we don't need it up front, okay? Shout outs to Xiaobo. Interest from Paris Saint-Germain. One of our players' interest from Paris Saint-Germain. Natural now as an attacking right mid. And our captain. I am so pleased. I'm so pleased Yeah, goalkeeper options are as followed. We got Miguel Hernandez in the net for this season. Jameen is closely following. We've got Jeffrey Diallo now, which is also a potential goalkeeper for the future. But fingers crossed it's Danny Androvic. Fingers crossed. My God, that would be a great storyline. Let's go and flick through the first team. Because as I was looking through this first team, comparisons to the young boys' first team, I realised something. There was a trialist there. Don't bother about him, the German striker. I was thinking something for the first time. I was like, my God, we're actually better than them. And it's obviously shown in the first leg. Look at us go. I love that Espindola's wheels almost creeping into the dark green of defending. Incredible. What a pick-up at left back. Franco Garcia, he had some serious interest from LA Galaxy, and I was happy to let him go for about 2.5 million, but they couldn't agree contracts. Gertson's another one on trial. Don't worry about him. Be nice. It would be really, really nice to go and sign him up, but it'll be very expensive. This Georgian lad, Johnny Giorgadze, he is incredibly upset at the moment because he wants to move out the club. I said to him, right, okay, if someone comes in with this deal, I would be happy to let you leave. Someone did, but it was in installments. And I was like, nah, I want a straight deal. And obviously Johnny started kicking off. I'm not that fussed. It kind of is a promise broken. What does piss me off is the fact that he's training like shite. Victor Gomez is another one on trial. There's Runa, Ander Hernandez. Leandro Augusto Hernandez scored 79 last season in total. Absolutely bonkers. And I think we've gone through them all. Is that correct? I'll do another quick. Yeah, that's definitely it. I'm going to try and get Christopher Schmitz in, but he's not first choice. He's going to be a project, but he would be a hell of a signing, I think. It'd be similar to the forward that we've got, left-hand side striker. This guy could potentially go right-hand side striker as well. Utility players that are natural in two positions. Right, I've messed up the lineup. I know exactly what I wanted. I wanted Grieve on the left. I wanted Suchan in the middle, and that should be it. Questa Kapal Petrovic. God, that is such a good lineup at the back. Holy shit. Especially with Espindola. Espindola's not fit enough to play this game. A hell of an unbelievable defensive line. To say that we're only, 12 seasons, 12 years into a team in fucking Luxembourg. And you've got a defensive line like that, which genuinely could, be passable in the Premier League, lower half of the Premier League. Go on, Vesely. Time to enjoy ourselves a little bit, score some goals and get into the group stage of the Champions League. This one hasn't been any kind of problem getting here. It's been a joy to watch these lads thrive. Brikic scored a goal in the first leg. Mate, he's a monster. When I was selling, I think it was Jose when Brikic came in, I was like, we've got a real problem at midfield. All of a sudden I was desperately trying to find midfielders to fill in the gap. Lo and behold, the guy who, casually just came in as like an 18-year-old on a pre-contract agreement that we'd already sorted out, lo and behold, he was the answer. He was the gap. We've got a penalty. 18.5 minutes in. And it is Hernandez. Get in there. 3-0 on aggregate. All right, wicked. We have turned a significant corner, lads. Oh my god. The league the coefficients has gone so well recently, obviously hitting the semi-finals again in the Conference League, that the league has 2 Champions League spots, qualification spots. One obviously goes through the league path, one goes through the Champions path, and the Champions path is way easier as we're showing right now. That's some news. I did try with all the money that we got in the bank at the moment to try and upgrade the training facilities to 5 stars. That is not happening at the moment. Costa's got injured. Okay, we don't have a natural left-hand side defender because Espindola is not completely fit, but Blanco can plug the gap, I guess. One of these notepads, hang on, will tell us the shirt's sold. Of course, the £28 million transfer is a record being broken for outgoing players. Last season, we sold 941 shirts, so we're almost at the 1,000 mark. I'm sure this year we will do that. Expanding to 3,600 seats, something like that. The cost of it is less than £1 million, so it was projected that it was going to be about £1 million. No, it's about 900,000. Maybe there was a grant in it. I didn't really read it. I was just excited that it was happening. It's going to be completed next April. So from now until next April, we've got a reduced capacity. Now, it's a small stadium anyway, but it's going to get even smaller before it gets bigger. Hopefully it reduces by about 200 seats. That shouldn't be very noticeable. But we made the money. We've made the money already. And going into the Champions League group stage is just propelling that even further. Let's go and see Svetlicic. Oh, Svetlicic. Yeah, that is so how you say it. Let's put Svetlicic in on the left-hand side. That might be another goal. We'll see by the referee. I was getting that loads of injuries last episode. We were talking about looks like a goal allowed. Oh yes. It's 3-0, 5-0 on aggregate. We're talking about like small injuries to the new striker Bier last episode, and I was thinking to myself, why is that happening? I've upgraded my fitness coaches. Motherfucker has not upgraded his medical staff, and this is something that I struggle with all the time. I completely forget about the medical staff. That is now done. Oh boy, we have really ramped it up on the medical staff. Svetlicic scored. Came on, just scored. And I've nearly cut my lip. Damn. See, the problem with that, because I've been so ill, my lips have been, they've dried out. And halfway through trying to recover, they were so dry that a huge crack emerged right in the middle. Oh yeah, drop of blood. I've cracked the lip again. Unbelievable stuff. We will power on. Lovely save there by Hernandez. It doesn't feel like we've had any change in the net. Obviously, like George Burns is an icon at this club. I wouldn't say legend. I would have absolutely said legend if he'd stayed around and waited until we got some serious talent in the net, so he could like walk off into the sunshine, the sunset, and sit on Sevilla's bench then. But he's not a legend in my eyes because he's decided to kind of basically turn on the club. But iconic figure. Let's put it that way. Respect what he did. What is it? Hernandez? Yeah, we got. Jesus Christ, we got a lot of Hernandezes, haven't we? Hernandez in the net is fantastic. 6-0 aggregate. 6-0. We've just waltzed into the group stages of the Champions League. Fantastic. Okay, so the assistant... No, it's not the assistant manager. Who is this? It's the goalkeeping coach. Why is the goalkeeping coach? What? Let's think about this. Assistant manager. Is that because we changed the assistant manager recently? Might have something to do with it. Yeah, but the goalkeeping coach would rather have Leandro Augusto Hernandez, very good player at 21, one of the world's best at 21, than Kylian Mbappe, who's one of the best players in the world right now. Forget 21-year-olds, just best player in the world right now. Or one of, obviously. 12.65 million for qualifying for the Europa Champions League group stage. I want to quickly show you what we've done with the medical staff. So this is our head physio with 20 physiotherapy. Just I think he was with Real Bulgari. I don't know. He's amateur medical staff, and I was like, oh well, you'll do. 15 on one physio and 15 on the other. I mean, that makes it the best physio staff in the fucking league. As per, I'll try and get a sports scientist in, a proper sports scientist that's not like, oh, he's all right. No, shut up. He's actually all right. I'll shut the fuck up. Maybe we might need a head of sports science. I might even promote that kid, since he's been at the club for so long. We're now up to 10 scouts. Got this Brazilian scouting. We're up to 14 coaching staff. So I got another goalkeeping coach. Hang on. So he's a new goalkeeping coach and he's been taking the press conferences. What's gone on there? Did I sign 2 goalkeeping coaches? That doesn't make any sense. I must have signed this kid up. That looks right. We've got 2 fitness coaches. Definitely signed him up in the summer. Yeah, Kane Russon. Yeah. So there's a lot more balance. I usually, before 2029, I had about 8 coaching staff. No specialised ones, so it was all overall coaches and not fitness coaches, goalkeeper coaches. Now there's a lot more balance to it with, I think it's 8. Can I count right? 7? 7 overall coaches, 2 fitness, 2 goalkeeping. Not bad. 1 performance analysis. We probably should get... I don't do the kind of analysis stuff too much, but obviously as Football Manager has evolved, those staff roles have got a bit more important, and I'm living in the past a little bit, so we probably should get some performance analysis in. We probably should get a head of sports science. Let's do that. What we certainly don't need is a fucking director of football, because I am the boss. I am it. Alright. Cool. You know what? Let's have a check before we go. Let's have a check if the youth ratings changed any bit. I can't, to be fair, I can't remember. Was the youth rating at 43? Can't remember. I'm not going to add to it because it's definitely going up. This is only the second point that we would have added to it. I'll leave it. I'll leave it. I'll happily leave it. If it keeps on growing, I'm fine with that. We're done here. Top work. Absolutely top work. See you later.